I just want to talk about something. I mentioned it briefly on on Leftist Mafia. If you guys watched on Thursday about a video that actually was going viral, and I'm going to grab that for you, David. No worries. But I was watching it. I was watching it was a white woman. I don't know why I have to say it was a white woman. It doesn't matter. But it was a white woman. It was a white woman. And she was talking about here it is, right here. I'm gonna send it right now to you, my brother from another mother and father, skin tone. David, I I
All of
so
that.
this is a woman who is explaining how it's in the chat or the text message chat. The woman is explaining, she's saying, "Hey, I am a mom. I'm married, the American dream. White
Yeah.
folks, yeah, they have that where I'm married, I have my two kids and fence and house, yeah, I have that. So they get that quick, right? So, but she has a great job. Her husband has a great job, and she goes in to discuss, and she's distraught, and she goes in to discuss, hey, I have money. My husband has money. We have two great paying jobs. We got a little ranch for our first home, 3 bedrooms, 1 bath, a nice little country style ranch, me and my kids. And here's the problem. We paid all of our bills. Mortgage is paid. Car notes are paid. Gas in cars filled up. Groceries in the house. Lights, all utilities are paid up. Me and my husband both have great paying jobs, but we only have $200 to spend between the both of us after everything else is done. Social media, and we're going to play the video in just a second here, but I just want to tell you guys how social media reacted. Social media said, why is she complaining? She has some kind of income after paying all of her bills. She has something to spend after paying all of her bills. And I think that's what America wants us to view things as living paycheck to paycheck is a benefit. Like there's like that, you should feel good about living that way. That means you have made it somewhere. And I think that's where they know that we won't challenge them because we made it to at least living paycheck to paycheck. Let's take a listen to what this woman was saying.
This mom of 2 kids can't hold back tears while talking about her bills, despite she and her husband making good money.
We both have good jobs. I'm a nurse. I'm a registered nurse. I work full time. He works full time. We just got paid this past Friday, right? We paid the mortgage, bought some groceries, put some gas in the car. Guys, it is Tuesday. And we have like $200 or $300 to last us until next Friday. We don't live in a big house. We live in a little ranch, 1,100 square feet, 3 bedrooms, 1 bath, us and our 2 kids. I make good money. He makes good money. We don't live above our means. I don't know what less than paycheck to paycheck is. What is that? Poverty. As a registered nurse, with a husband with a second income. Somebody has to do something to change this. I don't know what to do. I'm so stressed out. This isn't how it's supposed to be. Now what? Now what?
Is that fair?
Ooh. Okay, so Ben, I have a question before I go into conversation.
Yes.
So why did you find that funny, aside from the black woman making the faces on it?
No, I find it funny because, come on, let's be real. That's most of it. She's doing good to have $200-300 to last her to another week.
Yeah.
If we ask the audience, and we asked ourselves,
If we ask ourselves, then
whether or not we want to be transparent about that, like working class is working class, and people need to realize anytime you use your labor, I don't care how distinguished your field is. It doesn't matter that she's a registered nurse. It doesn't matter if you're an attorney. I know attorneys who make great money, but because of the way this system is structured, it's absolutely designed to extract every penny so that all you have left over between week to week. If you got $300, that means you can get some gas, you can get some food, you can do all kinds of stuff. She good.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
Based on American standards.
okay, so based off American standard, but Bubba, before I go in, your take.
yeah, my take is it sucks. I mean, I end up around the same thing, but the rest of that is really spent, like you said, on food and still getting to work. And here in Atlanta, they say the median income for you to be considered middle class is at 81,000. Child, I'm poor. I'm
Yeah.
poor as shit. I ain't gonna lie to you, David. Make sure you believe that I'm poor.
Yeah. Yeah. So poor, right? All of us on the screen who make romanticize. Listen, I'm gonna romanticize my life always and forever. Hair will be done, nails will be
Hello.
done. You can charge it to the game. You can try to count my pockets, but what is too much for me may not be too much for you. That's your business. Now, with that being said, I know for sure that after all my bills are paid, everything, because I carry myself. I pay everything by myself. There's no man here. There's Rebecca. Okay.
Yeah.
In my household. There's no parents or something. It's me. So my car note, there's so many bills. And we know that housing has gone up. We know that groceries have gone up. We know that utilities are going up. We know that every year you may have started your rent at this price point monthly, and every year from 2020, I guarantee you a lot of us can say that we've gone up almost 1,000 on rent. Okay, so here is what we're talking about, or even mortgage, because housing prices are out of control. Housing prices, food, gas. We finally got gas as something that we can afford, but we don't even care no more because we know we just need gas, so we pump it. It's really, this is where we are in our lives. Everything is just so high, but they do not want to raise the amount that they are giving us for wages. That's one. Two, they don't want to match anything to what we're being paid, which is literally nothing. This woman is saying she has a great paying job. I don't think she really stated what the income was between her and her husband, but she stated that they have great paying jobs. What's funny is sometimes what's a great paying job in this place ain't a great paying job in this place. Like what you're getting paid just doesn't equal a living wage. And my thing is, I sympathize with her. Not because I sympathize with her. I empathize with her. I understand what she's feeling. Being able to pay all of your stuff is a great accomplishment. And I choose to live my life in that perspective. But that's what they want us to do every single year. I paid my bills. I pay my bills. Thank you, Lord. I pay my bills. I use my money to pay my bills, yada, yada, yada. Let me tell you something. They want us to do that so we don't challenge them on how much everything has gone up, and like challenge them on how none of us are making livable wages. What we know to be a great paying job isn't really a great paying job, because I got kids, and that $200 for my car that may have a flat, that $200 that we have to the next the pay cycle, it's going to go to that. Won't be able to do what I want with my kids. Who knows if there'll be a medical emergency? Who knows? She's one paycheck away with her and her husband together, their income. Anything could happen. And that's what it is. And that's what I think we should focus on. Now, there is a juxtaposition as white folks living this type of life and black folks. Yes, there is. We don't have to go into that right now, because what I will just come up on, because people were like, why is she so mad? I'm like, some of y'all are okay, like with the math in your head, with this $18 or however it may be that you're getting paid, 13, it could be even 25 to 30, which is a really good place to be in the year 2023. But you can't do nothing. All you're doing is paying bills. I always see things, these posts that used to be like, grind, go to sleep when you're dead, all of that kind of stuff. And now I see people posting, listen, I don't think God put me here to pay bills and die.
Right.
No.
You're so focused on, got to make sure my household is safe. The bills in my home are safe. My kids are good. That's all you're doing. You got to live too.
That's right.
You got to live too. So yeah.
You said so much when you said that this is like strategic. If we are so burdened down with just trying to keep our lights on or just trying to feed our kids or whatever the case may be, then we don't have the time, bandwidth, or energy to actually address the real problems, and they keep us in this vicious cycle where we can't. So I mean, I don't want to back up and say it's not that I can't empathize with her. It's hard to empathize with her, but I can empathize with her exactly for the reason. Like, when we lived in Boston, we were making great money in corporate America. I was working for a tech company. She was working for a top Ivy League university up there. And when we had to pay $2,500 a month just for childcare, right, for 2 kids, then it's almost like it doesn't matter how much you make. This thing is really designed to exploit you. So I dig it, but I also know that there's a whole lot of people who would love to have $300 right now to make it to next week.
Yeah, and so my best friend just texted me while we're here. She stated the same notion that you have. Black people have been going through this, and this is not just something new for us. This is new for her, and I think that when white folks don't make it an issue, and this is the issue that we know, and that's why I say I know the issue. We found ways to just be like, it didn't kill us. Made us stronger.
That's right.
We gonna eat at the we still gonna have a barbecue this weekend.
What they said, robbing Peter to pay Paul.
So, come on. Yeah. And go ahead, Ben.
No, I'm sorry. I was going to say, like, how many Mary McLeod Bethune, James, we talk about this all the time. She started a hole behind school with $1.50. Like, how many black people in history, particularly black women, because, I've just witnessed them firsthand do it. Like, they take nothing and they're like Jesus with 5 fish, 2 fish, and 5 loaves of bread. They be turning something out of nothing, feed a whole neighborhood with a bag of chicken. Like, how you even make that happen?
But I agree with all of you guys, including Bestie. Shout out to you for tuning in today. But I will say, generally, I see, because I'm living the life that she's living, but I have no kids, I have no husband. So with the double income, with all of that stuff, I'm sure a black family could flip that, make it do what it do. Now, I don't think anybody should be going through that. And white families, if white families are getting hit, is that not telling? Is that not telling to anybody? White families with great jobs, if they're getting hit right now, isn't that not them? They don't give a damn about nobody nowadays in America.
They don't. So, not even their own kind.
When it starts hitting the white communities, it's a problem.
Come on.
It's a
problem. Know what? I see the same thing. Like when you see the reverse gentrification, right? It's that they're coming to. They're gentrifying poor black neighborhoods, which I know that's the whole point of it, right? But it's just the fact of gentrification shows that their system is too expensive for them, so they have to come to black neighborhoods that are already impoverished for them to get a financial opportunity. Like their kids can't get ahead by going to a well-established neighborhood where you're gonna pay $300,000-$400,000 for something, because that's where everything is in America. So it forces them to bring their white kids and their money to black neighborhoods because they can't afford their own system. So I just another example of exactly what you're saying.
That's
Rebecca.
good, Ben. That's good. That's real good. Gentrification, because they can't even afford to deal with their own system. My God, listen, we can go on with this conversation for days. I hope that you guys are continuing the conversation, because I know when it comes to finances and when it comes to what we're living like right now, there's a stronger group.
Okay.
But it ain't supposed to happen to none of us. Let me be clear. Make sure you share. Okay? You share, you like, you comment, you subscribe. Okay? You guys, we need your support to keep this going, to keep these conversations going. Patreon.com/like it or not. Patreon.com/like it or not. Listen, without you, wouldn't be no me. All right? Here on Like It or Not.